What's going on, my XRP family? Hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday. Welcome, welcome in, welcome in. Where are you chiming in from? Where are you located? What state are you in? I'm in Colorado, guys. I'll be on here almost an hour. Right before 12, I have to get off here because I'm going to go to work and catch some of these midnight midnight deliveries from, I'd say, heck yeah, I like fried bologna sandwiches, especially the beef bologna with mustard on it. Mustard on it. That's old school. What's going on, Michael Knight? Definitely like beef bologna sandwiches. That's hilarious. But I was just saying, I'll be on here about a little bit less than an hour. I got to get out of here about midnight. You can see my clock is 11:07. So I'll be on here. I'll be on here with you guys for at least about less than an hour. I have to get out here and do some food deliveries. You said Bob, it's time to get a job. Well, I mean, yeah, I like to get a job. I don't mind working for myself, but yeah, I'd rather do a 9 to 5, especially if it's not a toxic environment. That was the reason why I left my last job because it got too toxic for me. So now I work for myself. So far so good. God's been providing though. I can't complain. Is it easy? No, it's not easy, but I'm hanging in there. I am hanging in there. I don't know if you guys know, but every now and then I get voiceover jobs. I've done a television commercial and I've done a radio commercial, so I do voiceover work from time to time. Name a car for edit. I don't know what you mean by that. Name a car for edit. I like the Yukon Denali, if that counts. The meaning of life to me is being well in your body and not have to worry about paying bills. And of course, a loving family or being married to that special someone that's a ride or die for you, that's in your corner, that supports the same things that you support. And I believe family is more important than money myself. A loving family is more important than money anytime. That's for sure. I love family. I love people. I'm a people person. I would be considered someone say if I'm an introvert or extrovert. I would consider myself to be an extrovert. There are situations where I get quiet, and kind of feel the atmosphere in the room. But for the most part, I'm an outgoing person. I love people. If you guys ever run into me on the street, just come and say hi. I'll definitely talk to you. I'm here in Colorado. I don't look at as subscribers as fans. I look at them as family and friends. I will never look at you guys as fans or who am I to even say that I have fans? I'm not that important. I'm important, but I'm not that important. I just love people. I appreciate the 25 people that are on here right now. If you don't mind, guys, let me know where you chiming in from. I'm in Colorado, guys. and loving life. Have to wear these reading glasses because I can't see the screen that clear. It's a blur to me when I take these glasses off. It's kind of weird because it's like I got, for the most part, I have 20/20 vision, but when it comes, as I've gotten older, I had to wear reading glasses to see the screen clear. Less strain on my eyes. What's up, Todd at Cleveland? I see you. Appreciate you shouting out your city. What's going on, Denise in New Jersey? What's going on? Good to see you, family. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's investing in XRP. It's definitely not financial advice, but I believe it's going to be the greatest wealth transfer of all time. I always say I have that conviction, and I don't want anybody to miss out on that opportunity. That's going to be life-changing for you and your family. That's for sure. Where is everybody from? I'm originally from Chicago. Lived in Texas for 6 years, and now I am in Colorado. I lived in Wisconsin for a year, some years back. I was in Job Corps. Picked up a trade. The name of the trade was building and apartment maintenance. Never did anything with that trade. Wind, moon. If I was to make, I don't like to make predictions, but I believe we'll be between $15 to $25 before the end of the year. Some people are anticipating that we'll get to $50, but I'm going to be conservative and say between 15 and 25. Now, explain XRP. XRP is a cryptocurrency. It's a stable coin that has a great intellectual value. It can move trillions and trillions of monies in a matter of seconds, or trillions and trillions. I guess someone could say trillions and trillions of dollars in a matter of seconds. Unlike any other coin that's out there, it has the fastest process. It has the only thing right now we're lacking liquidity because we don't have enough financial institutions haven't got in quite yet, or they haven't actually shown us what's going on behind the scenes. But once that switch is flipped, man, look out, guys. There's going to be such an overflow. Oh yeah, bullets forward. Yeah, I definitely agree. Everything seems to be falling apart. The economy is, I think, it's probably in the worst shape that I've ever known to be in. The state of the economy and everything else. It's pretty rough. But we have to stay encouraged. Have to keep a positive outlook on life. You know, it's easier said than done. But we have to still remain positive, nonetheless. Gotta stay positive, that's for sure. Anybody do anything interesting this weekend? Anybody catch a movie, or maybe went to one of your favorite restaurants or anything like that? I didn't do much this weekend. I did my laundry. That's a weekly thing anyway, but I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't go to any particular. Actually, I went to one of my favorite Chinese restaurants, and I grabbed some. What did I grab? Some chicken fried rice and some fried. I like their fried chicken wings. Nothing spectacular. My weekend was somewhat uneventful. Not a whole lot going on. What about you guys weekend? What did you guys do for the weekend? Weekend is pretty much over with now, though. Unless you're living on the West Coast, you got a little bit weekend left. Here I'm on Mountain Time. It's 11:16 Mountain Time. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Jeff. I broke up with my girlfriend because she was trying to hook up with my mom, who wasn't even interested. By the way, wow, that's crazy. Hate to hear that. You broke up with your girlfriend. I'm trying to find a girlfriend. Go figure, huh? Todd, my wife says I eat too much Chinese. She says I'm going to turn into Chinese. Haha. Chinese food, you gotta love it though. Don't be done, Jeff. Stay encouraged, man. Hang in there. Hey, I'm 51 years old. I thought I'd be married by now, you know. But hey, am I gonna give up looking for my wife? Nope. My wife is out there for me. There's somebody out there good for me. I know one thing. As you become wealthy, your circle is gonna become much smaller, in my opinion. You're not gonna be able to trust everybody, you know. Your circle's gonna become much smaller. You're gonna have to definitely watch your surroundings and be much more vigilant if you're not vigilant already. And just definitely use wisdom and you know how you handle your finances because it's going to happen so fast and it's going to be like some decisions that you have to make can almost be the spur of the moment. But I wouldn't suggest anybody. I'm not a financial advisor, of course, but I wouldn't suggest anybody to make any fast, hasty decisions anyway. Without saying how many coins I purchased with XRP, I can only say that I'm in the top 10%, but I won't say the exact amount that I have. But I would say I'm in the top 10%. If anybody wanted to know, not to brag or anything like that, but I'm in the top 10%. Definitely put myself in a position to become wealthy one day in the near future. Jeff, we bought a house together, and now she's saying she's going to keep it. It's in her name, but I paid for most of it. Well, I'm sure if you guys get a lawyer, I'm sure they can sort all that stuff out. It's unfortunate. Really hate to hear that, Jeff, that you're going through that. What's on my bucket list, though, guys, is to do movie trailers. I've always wanted to do movie trailers. As I mentioned, I did a TV commercial, radio commercial, but I've never done a movie trailer in a world. Haven't you guys noticed that with the voiceover guys, they're always using prepositional phrases? If you guys can remember English 101, in a world, in an alley, over the hill. Everything is a prepositional phrase. It's pretty interesting. What's going on, Beth? It's good to love your mommy. That's what's up. Shout out to Beth and her mommy. So what did you guys do over the weekend? The movie Weapons was freaking awesome. Okay, Weapons. All right. I'm about to check that out, Todd. Appreciate it. Man, I want to take a vacation so bad. I want to go to Florida so bad. If everything works out, I'll go to Florida in November. I want to go to Tampa, Florida in November. Anybody here lives in Tampa or live in Florida? Anybody here that lives in Florida, anywhere, Tampa, maybe near the Tampa area? If everything works out, I'll be coming to Tampa in November, probably middle of November, right before Thanksgiving, for a few days, just to get a change of scenery. Bora Bora, it's a beautiful place. Never been there. I've been to Jamaica and I've been to Puerto Rico before, but I've never been to anywhere else out of overseas or out of the country. Boy, I've heard of Bora Bora though. It's a beautiful place. That's a nice dream vacation. My ultimate dream vacation, I would say, would be Hawaii though. I've never been to Hawaii. What's going on, Ghetto Boys? Hi, Holly. What's going on, Will Lock? Okay, Holly, it's 1 a.m. Why are y'all still awake? Well, I got to start working in a little bit. I'm going to be doing about 3 hours of food delivery and about a little over a half hour. I'm starting at 12 o'clock. So I'm going to be up. I'm up making that money. Got to got to keep these bills paid. You already know. Todd says I've been to 25 different countries while in the Navy and was stationed in Hawaii. That's awesome, Todd. My brother was stationed in Hawaii too. He was in Oahu for a couple of years, I believe, stationed out there in the Air Force. He's retired Air Force now though. He actually lives here in Colorado where I am. We don't live together. He has his own family in his own house, but we both live here. He lives about maybe 15, 20 minutes from where I am. I'm in Colorado Springs, big military city. Yep, near NORAD, exactly. Yep, I'm not far. Short driving distance to NORAD. Yep, yep, Todd. Exactly, exactly. NORAD. I'm waiting to get my driver's license back because I had to. I was trying to get a job as a car salesman, and they required because I had an out of state Texas driver's license. So I'm getting my new driver's license. It has Army U.S. Army veteran on the bottom of my driver's license. Definitely waiting to get that back because I like taking advantage of those veterans discounts. I was in the Army, by the way. I was in the Army during Desert Storm back in the 90s. Man, has time flown. Getting old. Getting on up there. What up, Eric? Hope all is well with you, my friend. No, I have not, Janus. I have not ever done that. Okay, God, Todd, you were in the Gulf War. Go for a veteran. Okay, appreciate your service, my friend. There's one thing I could say is I was trained to kill. If you're a veteran and you would always never forget how to kill someone. Hopefully, I would never have to. Nor do I incite violence of any kind. But you never forget. Once you've trained, you never forget. Not proud of it. I'm not proud to say that I've been trained to kill, but it comes along with the territory. Anybody out here have a favorite restaurant? I would say my new favorite restaurant is Saltgrass. I like, and the funny part about Saltgrass is I like their house bread. Uh oh, getting Yanni. House bread is my favorite. They have some really good food too. They have some good steaks. It's one of the Landry's restaurants. If you're a Landry member, guys, you can actually get your free breakfast. That's not free breakfast. I'm sorry. You get a free dinner every year on your birthday for being a Landry's member, and you get the get bumped to the front of the line if there's like a long line as well. I'm a Landry's member. I've been a Landry's member since I was living in Texas. It has its benefits, I must say. Ranger Nielsen, my day was good. I'm loving life. I can't complain. How about yourself, my friend? How was your day? I'm glad your day was good, Ranger. I am glad, my friend. Hey guys, if you're holding at least one XRP, put a one in the chat. Let me know. I don't want I don't need to know how many you're holding, but if you just hold one XRP, if you do me a favor and put one in the chat, I appreciate it. Just put one in the chat that you're holding on to XRP, at least one. If you own one coin, put one in the chat. I like to know. What you waiting on, Todd? Man, you're still early, man. I don't want you to miss out. Of course, it's not financial advice, man. But hey, I don't want you to be kicking yourself, man, because you haven't got any XRP. All right, Clint, I see you. I see you, my friend. Okay, Todd, I got you. If I had to say, it's probably going to be the last month before the bull run happens, before it starts really going up, into like past $4, past $6. I think this is probably going to be the last month to really get into XRP. But I could be wrong, but I really believe that this is probably going to be the last month to get in. I'm not financial advising. I'm not telling you guys to buy, hold, or sell. I just believe for myself that this is probably going to be the last month to even build up your bag as far as XRP is concerned. Do I have an exit strategy for XRP? I do have an exit strategy, and I would say my exit strategy is in increments. Like some people may say, okay, well, I'm gonna wait till it gets to $25 before I sell. Some people may say I'm gonna wait till it gets to $30. Some people say $50. I've heard even some people say as low as $5 they're gonna get out. So everybody should have a number, on when you're gonna incrementally sell. You might want to save. Well, let me just say it like this. I know I'm gonna want to save a nice chunk of change for when it really gets to really high numbers. But hey guys, times are hard out here, and if you can make a nice little substantial profit, say 25, 30, 40, $50, hey, by all means, you gotta do what's best for you. But I can't advise you on when to get out. But I'm thinking my first exit is probably gonna be, and it's kind of like a wide scale, but I'll say between $25 and $50. And I probably won't sell any more until it really gets up into high numbers. But as for me personally, between $25 and $50 would be my first exit. And that's just me. I'm not advising anybody. That's just for, what I'm going to do. Good question, by the way, Clint. Clint. You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. JUF Baby says, you looking into making any yields? Definitely, man, looking into making yields. I mean, you can make yields right now. You can make yields with, let me see, Ally Bank has a pretty good yield for, what do you call it? What do you call those things? Money market accounts, high yield money market accounts. I've even done some CDs where I actually I made a little bit of money off of some CDs. Nothing fancy. All right, Todd. I appreciate you subscribing, my friend, and you have a good night as well. Appreciate you. Hey guys, if you're watching me right now, please hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button already, I definitely would appreciate it. It definitely affects the algorithm. And believe it or not, guys, I have over 1,200 subscribers, but I'm not able to monetize until I get my watch time up. So once I get all of my watch time hours, I'll be able to monetize and make a few dollars if I'm being transparent. But right now, I'm not able to monetize. So guys, if you could do me a favor when you watch my videos, please watch it to the very end or close to the end as much as possible. That will definitely help my channel, and eventually I'll be able to monetize the channel. They start putting commercial ads on the channel. How's everybody doing on this Sunday evening? Hope everybody's doing well on a Sunday evening. If you're watching and you haven't not subscribed yet, please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I surely appreciate it. Appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be doing a little bit of door dashing at 12 o'clock Mountain Time, which is about another 25 minutes. Roughly, I'll be on here about another 20 more minutes. Got to generate some funds, as you all know. We got to keep our heads above water. You don't work, you don't eat. You already know. A man don't work, a man don't eat. I've asked this question before, and I guess I'll ask this question again. What is the top priority thing that you wanted to do once you become wealthy? Is my question, or let me say, is my question of the day. What is the number one main thing that you would like to do once you become wealthy? My number one thing is to take a nice, probably 2 weeks to a month vacation and kind of clear my head. And while I'm on vacation, I'll strategize, and I'll make some notes and write some visionary things down on paper on what I want to do. That way, I won't make any hasty decisions. But that vacation will be, I'll say it'd be a mediocre. I'm not going to say I'm going to splurge a lot, but it's going to be a mediocre vacation that I take, and just clear my head and try to make some moves while on vacation. Write some ideas down on paper, so when I come back off vacation, I'll have like some type of strategy, and I'll have some type of ideas on what I'm going to do. Always got to be prepared. You already know. I hear that you can loan against your XRP, but where and how does anyone know? Well, I was listening to I want to say his name is Jake Claver, and he was saying that that's a little ways out. He was like, he gave the timeline of 6 months to 18 months down the road of when you'll be able to do that. Because I mean, by all means, I like to take a loan off of my crypto so I can avoid paying capital gains. But of course, if you've held your crypto over a year, then you'd be paying 20% capital gains tax. Anytime you cash out under a year, you look at especially depending on what part of the country you live in. But I think most parts is the federal government is going to tax on 37%, which is huge. 20%. I'd rather pay 20%, of course, than 37%. So if you've held it over a year, you're going to be looking at 20% taxes, and that's also provided that you don't already have a high income as it is. Who's excuse me. Of course, the lower your income, the less taxes you're going to be paying. If you're in a lower tax bracket, you're going to just be after a year you're going to be paying 20% capital gains tax. But if you're making six figures, it could be as high as 25%. It just all depends. Sometimes it varies on your salary, I'm sure. But as for me, I won't be afraid to take profit, whether it be a year, under a year, or over a year. because you still got to maintain a certain lifestyle. You may have some bills, some outstanding bills that you have to pay. Can't be worried about taxes, in my opinion, and not financial advice. Baby XRP, can you just take the money and move out of the country to avoid tax? I don't think so. But also, I do know that Puerto Rico is a non-capital gains tax country. Of course, that's within our U.S. territory. But I believe you have to have your residence established before that tax season anyway. So if you're to move to Puerto Rico, then you have to worry about paying those any tax on that money that you've made. But provided you have to be a Puerto Rican resident, and of course any United States anyone who lives in the United States can move to Puerto Rico or travel to Puerto Rico without a passport because it's part of U.S. territory. It's almost as if you're traveling from L.A. to New York or L.A. to Ohio. I mean, you're still part of the U.S. territories. That's the only country that I know that don't pay capital gains tax, and that's Puerto Rico. And it's funny because it's part of U.S. territory. But that's the benefit to the people who live in Puerto Rico. Good question by the way, Baby XRP. I like that name, Baby XRP. We need to get more women involved in my channel. We have mostly, when I looked at the analytics, no, mostly men are watching my channel, but we have very few women watching my channel. Oh, Baby XRP, you're not far from me. You're in Thornton, Colorado, by the way. Okay, yeah, you're not that far from me. I would say you're probably about roughly an hour, maybe hour and 15 minutes away from where I am. That's what's up. I'm in Colorado as well. Hope you're doing well out there in Thornton. I've talked to many people out in Thornton on my sales job that I was working this corporate America sales job not too long ago. Talked to many people out in Thornton. Never been to the city though. Just know it's not that far from here. As I mentioned earlier, I will be on my grind at midnight to 3 a.m. in the morning. So I got about another at least 10 or 15 minutes to be out here chopping it up with you guys. All right, you have a good night as well. Appreciate you coming in and checking in on us. Have a good night. And you guys have a good work week as well. How's everybody doing? Well, hey guys, I appreciate you guys chopping it up with me on here. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, guys. Hope you guys have a good work week. Uh, hope you guys continue to stay healthy and stay strong. And hey, love on your loved ones, love on your family, check on your loved ones. And guys, till next time, I'm gonna get off here. You guys take care. All right, peace.